But this is one of my favorite parts of the process. Now we wait. So many dreams come through this door. Some are wild, some are wonderful. This one's special. The Lantern of Choices. That's it. We got our story. Let's get to work. Once upon a time, in a small village surrounded by tall mountains and silver rivers, there lived a boy named Aaron. Now, Aaron was a good boy, curious and clever and kind, who dreamed big dreams. But sometimes he wasn't sure what kind of man he wanted to be. Some days he wished he could be the fastest runner. Other days he wanted to be the richest merchant in town. And sometimes he just wished to be the most popular kid in school. One evening, after helping his grandmother fetch water from the river, Aaron saw a soft golden glow near the dark forest. When he walked closer, he found a strange lantern resting on a tree stump. The lantern wasn't anything special looking, but as Aaron walked past, it whispered his name. Aaron, the lantern said, I am the Lantern of Choices. Every night I can show you one path you might take in life. But remember, the path you choose depends not on what you want to have, but on who you choose to be. Aaron's eyes grew wide. Show me, he breathed. The lantern flickered, and suddenly Aaron saw 3 glowing doors in front of him. The door of quick riches, the door of fame, and the door of respect. He first peeked into the door of quick riches. Inside, he saw a room filled with gold and jewels. And as he stepped inside, he saw himself tricking people into giving him their money, taking advantage of them so that he could gain more wealth. At first, he was happy. Gold coins spilled from his pockets, and he bought delicious food and new clothes. But soon he was all alone. No one wanted to be around him anymore because no one could trust him. Riches without friends felt empty. He took a deep breath and stepped into the door of fame. As he did, he saw himself winning races and competitions. He heard crowds cheering, "Go, Aaron, go." He saw his name written on banners and signs. It felt amazing. But then he saw the same crowds jeering and pointing. They booed his name and threw rotten fruit when he didn't win. Fame was exciting, but it disappeared like smoke. Finally, he peeked into the door of respect. Inside, Aaron saw himself working hard, treating others kindly, keeping his promises, helping those in need, standing up for what was right. Even though he wasn't rich or famous, he had true friends. His family was proud of him, and he felt a deep sense of peace. When Aaron turned away from the door, the lantern whispered, "Lantern, which path should I choose?" The lantern glowed warmly. The path of respect will lead you to real success. Riches and fame may seem inviting, but when you are honest, kind, and hardworking, you build a life that shines brighter than gold. From that day on, Aaron lived differently. He helped his classmates with their homework. He listened to his teachers and his parents. He admitted when he was wrong, and he worked hard at everything he did. It wasn't always easy. Sometimes he failed. Sometimes he wanted to quit. But he remembered the lantern's message. Respect and kindness are treasures no one can take away. Years later, Aaron grew into a wise and respected leader of his village. People admired him not for his money or fame, but for his character. And every child who met him went to sleep dreaming of their own lantern of choices. The end. Moral of the story: true success is not about riches or fame, but about respect, kindness, honesty, and hard work. If you grow up with these values, you will shine wherever life takes you. Thank you for listening. See you tomorrow.